And all of that led me to the question, if we are the product of an intentional act that occurred 200,000 years ago, where would we find the evidence of that act? Would it be left on a temple wall in Peru that could crumble after a few thousand years? Would it be in the Middle East on a scroll that could be burned or hidden or, destroyed in some way? And then I began to look at my artist friends. And every one of my artist friends does the same thing. When they create something they're proud of, the last thing they do is they sign it. They put their name on it. And I said, if we are the product of an intentional act, it makes sense that who or what is responsible for us would have left a signature. Where would we find that? And I was asking this question in the 80s and the 90s. We didn't have the internet. Early 90s, we started having the internet. Didn't have computers like we do now. So a lot of what happened was by hand. My sense was it would be in the DNA of all life. We need our biology to connect to the information in the field. Divinity is part of that information. Our intuition, our creativity, what some people call your higher self when you're praying or when you're meditating. What you're actually doing is your physiology, what our ancestors called the temple. This is the temple, the vessel that holds the antenna. We are communicating with that part, that place in the field where many people have come before us and are also communicating with that place in the field. This is why when you begin to replace the natural biology with synthetics, there are no longer neurons. There's no longer DNA. And what that means is there's no longer antenna. So we still may function in this physical world. We have now been veiled. I don't want to say it's completely lost, but the access is veiled, more difficult to get to.